Hello and welcome back to the channel for another episode in this Biosyn Valley Park build. So just to get things started, I'm going to name one of the baryonyx, and Chioko Jibami wanted a baryonyx named Leilani. I'm not sure if that's a reference to anything, like the Dimension last episode. But yeah, I thought it was quite a cool name actually. So yeah, thank you very much for that suggestion. And yeah, we now have a baryonyx named Leilani, thanks to you, Chioko. Right, so anyway, in today's episode we are building an enclosure for some Therizinosaurus, and I tried to make the enclosure look like it did in the film. So there's a lot of like swampland, swampy areas in the exhibit, and like lots of little watering hole type things, because like obviously where Claire hid in the film, and it's in the trailers, so I can say that, it's not a spoiler. But yeah, I thought it was quite a cool enclosure in the end. I felt like when it was finished it brought all of my other enclosures together, and it, everything was like a unit. So as you can see, I'm just doing all the fence work now, connecting all the fences up to my existing Dilophosaurus enclosure. Not only does it make the park like more compact, but also gives the enclosure a more unique design. Like, look at that. I then got to work on adding all the foliage and stuff. So as you can see, I'm just yeah, adding all of those trees, making a little like gap in the forest there, so then the Therizinosaurus can get to the river, which I separated again with like the invisible fence, which I thought was quite cool. But yeah, here we go, adding all the shrubbery and stuff. So then it looks more swamp-like. There we go, just changing a bit of the fence and stuff there because I weren't too happy with how it looked. But yeah, in the end it looked good. I then placed another one of these viewing towers just to make the most of them, because I really do like these new viewing towers. They give you a really unique view compared to all the other viewing facilities in this game. But yeah, I was really happy with how this enclosure turned out. More happy than I expected. Of course, we placed some rocks and stuff, always making things look nice with the rocks. It's probably one of my favourite things to do. But yeah, I added 2 Therizinosaurus in the end, both with the 2022 skin. And you'll get a look at it once it's done incubating. So here we go, here it comes out of the hatchery. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's such a cool dinosaur.
Just when you think you've seen it all, along comes the Therizinosaurus. And believe it or not, those huge claws you see, they actually help to feed on vegetation. For real. But, just do me one favor, okay? Don't let it near my hair with those things.
I don't know why you'd be worried about it coming near your hair. It'd probably take your head off. Yeah, as we see in the film, it's definitely not one of the friendliest dinosaurs. Really aggressive, isn't it? But yes, really, really unique dinosaur in the Jurassic franchise, which I appreciate. I remember the first time I saw a Therizinosaurus, like when I was like a kid, was in Dinosaur King. Yeah, and I always thought it was like just such a weird looking dinosaur. It's like a giant Gallimimus with massive claws. It's the only way I can put it. But yeah, it's just such a strange creature. Also, in a way, it's quite creepy. Like its eyes, just yeah, it's quite weird, especially in the film. So when it came to naming the dinosaur, I actually named it Freddy after Freddy Krueger, because he has those long like claws on his fingers, and so does the Therizinosaurus. Although I've never actually seen Nightmare on Elm Street, but yeah, I thought Freddy was a really fitting name for a dinosaur that's this creepy with really long claws. So here we have Freddy's mate coming in. If you want to name him, suggestions are welcome. Any other suggestions are welcome as well, like dinosaurs you want in the park, enclosure ideas, and of course names. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, just pop it in the comments and I'll get to it. So here we have our other Therizinosaurus, and he decided to start preening his feathers. I really like that. That's a really cool animation. I then decided to get a little look in the viewing tower, and yeah, I really do like the view from here. You can just see a Freddy in the distance there, hiding in the forest. But yeah, that's pretty much that enclosure complete, and then I got to work on another like research area. So yeah, using all the heavy concrete fence. and placing different facilities, placing a viewing tower there. Yeah, just moving all the trees so then the view's a lot clearer, and then placing some of the smaller ones with individual trees. I then decided to place another hotel, which would be like a research facility area again. So there we go, just putting that up close to the fence there. Then I placed some restrooms, and I decided to place a couple more amenities. The initial placement was not good, because then I realised I didn't have any space to put the power station, which would be the actual Hyperloop station. But yeah, I made sure these paths here were quite large, because there'd be a few people walking around. But yeah, here we go. Couldn't find any space for the power station, so I moved one of the facilities to the other side of the path, opposite the other amenity. So there you go, just connecting all of that up, and then here we go, placing that other amenity I didn't put in. I also tried placing this guest shelter, and I just managed to fit it in, which I was really happy about. I then started customising the shops and stuff to look very similar to the ones we put near the Dilophosaurus enclosure, because I want everything to look matching and like research, science based. So yeah, everything's going with like a pristine white colour, and of course like the orange. That's in like the Biosyn logo. Yeah, just changed a bit of fence there. Then I got to work on placing all the foliage and rocks and stuff, making things look natural on the outskirts, and it also gets rid of the horrible blank space. So, while there's nothing to talk about, I'd just like to ask for your guys' ideas on what I could put in the next enclosure. It could be one of the Biosyn dinosaurs that I haven't put in the park yet, like an enclosure idea for that, or even a dinosaur that has nothing to do with the Biosyn expansion. But yeah, I'm a bit stumped for ideas at the moment, so if you do have any ideas, please let me know, because I'd really appreciate that. So there we go, that's all the trees placed. I then got to work on decorating this centre pathway area. And I place all of the Biosyn decorations, and I make a little like symmetrical line. I don't know. But what matters is it looked good in the end, in my opinion. You might think otherwise, but yeah, I liked it. Getting the amber planters in as well. And yeah, Crimson. The Dilophosaurus killed Crimson, the Dimetrodon. So I got to work on making another Dimetrodon, a genetically identical Dimetrodon, and I named him Crimson 2.0. So hopefully Crimson 2.0 doesn't turn into Crimson 3.0. Yeah, I don't know why the dinosaurs are still phasing out fences. Like, I thought that would have been patched in the last update. Like, this is getting a bit silly now. It's just weird. I'm pretty sure there's no gaps in the fence, but it might have escaped when I was placing like the concrete fence or something, which is the only thing I can think of. That probably is the case actually, but yeah, what matters is we have a Crimson 2.0. So here we have a view of our Therizinosaurus enclosure from the viewing tower. I like how it like runs parallel with like the swampy area I built, and it like reaches out to the lake. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, here's our park so far. As you can see, what I was saying in like the beginning of the episode, it like everything's like consolidated now, and it's like one big area, which I'm really happy about. But yeah, we're going to get a little look at our Therizinosaurus, and I cut quite a bit of this out because they weren't doing anything. But I did get some interesting shots in the cinematics at the end, and of course now they do their little social animation, which I was really surprised about. I thought it would have been a bit aggressive and territorial, but it was quite the opposite. So here we go, we have that first one there laying down, and then this one starts nibbling at its head. Look at that. It's grooming it, probably eating insect or something. But that was a really cool animation. I really liked that. It weren't as aggressive as I thought it was going to be, but it's actually quite welcome. It makes the dinosaurs more realistic, doesn't it? But yeah, there's this little research area here with guests walking around. Oh, it does look cool. I think it looks cool. Especially all those decorations I put down the middle. I really like how that turned out. But with that pretty much wraps up this video. So thank you very much for watching. Of course, stick around for the cinematics. As I said earlier, suggestions are welcome, and I'd also really appreciate it if you could maybe leave a like and maybe subscribe. It really helps out, and I really do appreciate it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.